8:35 now on a Monday, Tuesday. How about that? Missed a day somewhere there. Welcome back to Good Day Columbia. You know, it was 1881. Claire Barton created the Red Cross, and since 1863, they're providing humanitarian care, giving the gift of life, and of course, when needed, acting as respite when disaster does strike. Now, you may not know this, but when you give a pint or a unit of blood, it's not just one for one. Each unit actually is broken down into three parts: the red blood cells, the platelets, and the plasma. So one actually equals three. Now, in the case of Chris MacDougall, it was the platelets that he was in desperate need of after being diagnosed with an aggressive form of leukemia. You're a tennis player.
Yes.
Right? You're playing tennis. You've done some pro stuff. You've toured.
Yeah, I was playing a tournament 2 years ago, actually, this week in Atlanta, and I was playing a tough match. It was maybe 90 degrees, so it was hot, and I won the first set. And then the second set, it just hit me, and I thought I had heat stroke, and I just almost couldn't move. And it was the first match of my life that I had to retire from. And so
you go to the doc, and the doc says, "Sir, you've got leukemia."
Yeah, actually, they had to take blood, and he's one of my friends, and he said, I was out of town when he gave me the news, because it usually takes a day.
Sure.
And he said, Chris, this is the hardest thing I've ever had to do, but I think you have leukemia. You need to come home right now.
Wow.
So I was in New York on business. So.
Right. Now, of course, today is World Red Cross Day, as you know, and so we invited Chris in I want to put a face on the fact of someone who then turned. You get leukemia, you need to have blood, you've got to get replenished. You turned to the American Red Cross.
That's right. I had about 6 months, first in 2010 of chemotherapy, and it wipes you out where you have to have blood and platelets, consistently.
How many units of platelets and plasma, or plates and blood, did you get?
I've had, I would say, at least 30 units of red blood cells, and then about 75 to 80 of platelets.
Wow. And so you've got, so obviously those are folks, friends and neighbors who have stepped up and, as I say, give the gift of life. In your case, somebody truly did give you the gift of life. Because you didn't have that, you probably wouldn't be here on the couch with us.
I wouldn't be here at all, because you need, when you get platelets, you're supposed to be above 150,000.
Right.
I was as low consistently as 5,000.
Wow. Wow. So you truly are someone who was given the gift of life by the folks who step up and actually donate. When the Red Cross says we need blood,
for sure,
to get it. So, man, I just want to put a face on the fact that if you're thinking about giving blood, and every single day there's a need, of course, the Red Cross down on Bull Street can take your blood any day of the week. But do you ever wonder really what happens and really the face of somebody you might be saving? It's this guy right here. Man, I appreciate you coming and telling your story, Chris.
Thank you.
You got it, man. Stick around. There's a lot more Good Day on the way, including a look behind the scenes as to what goes on right here on the show. Good Day is coming back in just a few minutes. Don't you move. It's 8:38.